In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came to be through him, and without him nothing came to be. What came to be through him was life, and this life was the light of the human race. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. A man named John was sent from God. He came for testimony, to testify to the light, so that all might believe through him. He was not the light, but came to testify to the light. The true light, which enlightens everyone, was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world came to be through him, but the world did not know him. He came to what was his own, but his own people did not accept him. But to those who did accept him, he gave power to become children of God. To those who believe in his name, who were born not by natural generation, nor by human choice, nor by a man's decision, but of God. And the Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. And we saw his glory, the glory as of the Father's only Son, full of grace and truth. John testified to him and cried out, saying, "This was he of whom I said, the one who is coming after me ranks ahead of me, because he existed before me." From his fullness we have all received grace in place of grace, because while the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God. The only Son, God, who is at the Father's side, has revealed him. The Gospel of the Lord. Okay, so we could say three parts of this, I hope, short homily today, because it's Christmas, we got things to do today, right? Okay, so the first I already anticipated before, I'm only recalling. So today is not only one liturgy, like on Sundays, it's 4 liturgies, because this is Christmas. So 4 different sets of Word of God. We read at the Vigil Mass yesterday in the afternoon, the genealogy and annunciation to Joseph, the genealogy of Jesus and annunciation to Joseph. That was Matthew chapter 1. Then Mass during the night, Luke chapter 2, the first part. It's the birth of Jesus in Bethlehem. And then Mass at the dawn, Luke chapter 2, the second part of the chapter, from 15 to 20, the visit of the shepherds to Bethlehem. Mass during the day, today, this Mass, this liturgy, John chapter 1, the prologue of John. So, why all this Word of God? Why so many pages of the Bible? Because this is a huge mystery. So, it's difficult to be understood. And now, so first part, the Word of God. Second part, theology. What is theology? What I think and what I say about God. So we will try to do it as simple as we can. Almost like in a sentence. What is the gist of the Gospel that John is expressing in his prologue, in his beginning of the Gospel? John, as a symbol, he has the eagle, that bird that can see from far. Yes, it takes a a gift of God to understand who God is. And yet, it's the most simple thing in the world because God is a child. So, the prologue of John that we just read today is not saying, okay, be good, try to be good, okay, and God will love you. This is not what John is saying. And actually, this is what we teach to our children, behave, God will bless you, will love you. This is not what John brought. John just announced the unconditional and unstoppable love of God, and he's saying that no sin, nothing bad that you may do will ever stop that love. It doesn't matter what you did. Oh, Father, you don't know what I did. I have a past. You know what? God already forgot that past. That past doesn't exist anymore. And not because you have to forget it. No, you can remember. But that will be just how glorious is the love of God that loves you beyond any wrongdoing. Not only that he's loving us from heaven and he's staying there. No, he's coming down. And he's becoming one of us. You know why he's becoming one of us? Because he wants us to be like him. Okay, this is the passage. The only simple thing that we need to understand today, I hope, that I can understand that. God is becoming like me because he wants me to become like him. So he's loving up to the maximum extent, telling me, you can do the same thing. You know why? Because I am God and you are my son. So you can do what your father does. And this is theology. That's it. Second part, done. And now, third part, practice. Yes, Father, it's beautiful what you're saying. How do we do that? Okay, practice. I have a big deal of pages to take from. It's the example of the saints. Every saint is the practice of the theology that we just said. And I will take one, a saint that I met. Have you met a saint ever? Not a saint person, somebody who is holy. I met many of them. No, somebody that is canonized. Have you met one of them? I did. I met a couple of those. One of those is Mother Teresa of Calcutta. I was 15. I met her. So I will read a page of Mother Teresa. That is actually, one of my friends, sent me this page as saying Merry Christmas, and I posted on my Facebook. So I want you to promise, to go online and look at this page. And this is the homework today for Christmas, after your lunch, of course. So you will have time after that. So I will read. This is only 9 sentences. I will just read it through, but every sentence, believe me, it takes each sentence at least 1 day of meditation. Every single sentence. So please do it. Maybe one day you will be in front of the Blessed Sacrament. You take your phone and go read that. Because this is the practice demonstrating that what God is asking us is possible because somebody did. And you can do it. And believe me, your life will be much easier than how complicated it already is. It will be much easier with holiness than with sin. Sin makes it very much complicated. Mother Teresa, the title is Do It Anyway. It's a prayer, let's say a prayer, that you know already. You've read this before. I think that this is what we should read, every one of us, on Christmas Day. First, people are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest and frank anyway. What you spend years building, someone could destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the best you have got anyway. You see, in the final analysis, it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. This is how we accomplish what John said in the Gospel of today. To those who did accept him, he gave power to become children of God. This is how children of God do, how they live. This is what they do every day.